welcome back to Mindful Monday, sponsored by River City OCD. Today, we are with Sarah Sutphin, and we are talking all about intrusive thoughts. You know, so many people have those running thoughts through our mind the whole entire day, and we think about so many things, but really, what is the difference between intrusive thoughts and like the normal ones that we have on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so intrusive thoughts are things like a bad dream. You know, it's something that they're scary, they're anxiety provoking, and they're things that we typically don't want. We don't like them, we don't desire them, and they tend to be the opposite of what we value, what we find important. And so that's why, you know, if I'm having a harm thought, for instance, or something that's taboo, it makes us very scared. It makes us feel disgusted, and we want to do something immediately to get rid of that thought, to get rid of the anxiety. And that's where those compulsive behaviors and the avoidance comes in. If we like the thought, if we enjoy the thought, we want to keep those around. But the ones that we don't like, we're trying to do whatever we can to get rid of those.
And so how do you really help someone really separate just having a thought from being that kind of person who would act upon those thoughts?
Yeah, so again, if it's something I'm not wanting, you know, the OCD tells us, okay, if I'm having the thought right now, that must mean that I like this or I want this. But because I'm not liking it, I have to trust that right now I know I don't want to do anything like that. But I have to trust that that will always stay. I don't know it. I have to believe in that. And so the difference is trusting that and embracing that uncertainty, that I can't know anything beyond this moment in time, but I trust when I walk out the door that I still won't want. I still will not want to be able to do the thoughts that are in my head.
And again, we get that feeling of just like the ick, you know, having those thoughts, but that doesn't reflect your character. It doesn't reflect you as a human being. And so how do you kind of wrap people who have OCD, kind of wrap their mind around that?
And that's really tough sometimes. And when we have people that, you know, remember some of these people have had these thoughts in their head a long time, and they've never said them out loud. And so they have to trust for the first time when they come in my office and talk about this stuff that I'm not going to say, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with you. That in itself is a really scary thing. So it is, again, trusting that when that thought is said, that I can really say any thought. And that has nothing to do with what I believe in, what I want. Again, it's the opposite of what I value as a person.
Does everyone get intrusive thoughts?
Pretty much. I mean, if you think about intrusive thoughts, they're similar to like a bad dream. We all have those times where, oh my gosh, what was that? You know, if I've had a bad dream, if I've had a not great thought, yeah, I might worry about that for a minute. The difference with somebody with OCD is their life kind of comes to a halt. They're trying to do whatever they can in that moment to get rid of the thought, get rid of the feeling. And even if they do continue with their day, it really affects concentration and their ability to really be able to focus in on anything else that they're doing during the day, including enjoying activities.
Right. And, you know, people often try to push these thoughts away, of course. Why does that tend to make them stronger instead?
Yeah, so the thinking basically is that the greater our efforts to get rid of fear, the greater that fear becomes. And we're kind of trapped in that. You know, our brains tell us that if something is dangerous, we're supposed to run away from it. We're supposed to hide from it. And in this way, the more that we avoid it, the more that we do the compulsions, we're kind of reinforcing for our brains that, oh, this thought is dangerous. I'm supposed to run from that. When actually it feels dangerous. It feels like it would be. We're having those thoughts, but it's actually not. So treatment is about being able to sit with the thoughts, sit with the feelings, actually do nothing with them, just let them be, and then retraining our brains that we don't like it, but it's not dangerous.
It's not dangerous. And so many people, I mean, maybe they've lived for years like that. And, you know, there is hope on the other side.
Correct.
And that's exactly why if you have these thoughts or need help, maybe someone you know needs these services, you can head over to rivercityocd.com to learn more.